Tonight, from Kuala Lumpur, the ASEAN Summit opens under a cloud of uncertainty. The grand halls are filled with Southeast Asian leaders, but the empty seats of China's Xi Jinping and India's Narendra Modi dominate the conversation. Their absence signals shifting alliances and deep dissatisfaction with global trade negotiations, especially with Washington. Amid cautious optimism, a historic ceasefire between Thailand and Cambodia offers a rare diplomatic breakthrough. Yet, trade disputes and great power competition loom large, forcing ASEAN leaders to walk a diplomatic tightrope. Officially, Xi and Modi cite scheduling conflicts, but few believe it's that simple. Every handshake and closed-door meeting is scrutinized for signs of unity or division. For ASEAN's 10 member states, this summit is a test of their relevance and ability to manage issues from maritime security to economic recovery. With China and India absent, the path forward is uncertain. The world is watching. Will ASEAN show resilience or begin to fragment under pressure? The stakes are high, and the drama is unfolding in real time. The leaders must find common ground on trade and security, but the absence of regional giants makes consensus elusive. This summit could define ASEAN's future, either as a unified bloc or a region pulled apart by global rivalries. The story is just beginning. A breakthrough. Thailand and Cambodia have signed a landmark ceasefire, ending years of border conflict. The deal mandates immediate removal of heavy weapons from a new demilitarized zone near the Preah Vihear temple. Joint demining operations will clear landmines, making the region safer for local communities. Thai and Cambodian engineers will work together, building trust as they remove deadly remnants of war. The agreement also targets modern threats, with both countries pledging to fight cross-border cybercrime and human trafficking. Intelligence sharing and joint operations aim to dismantle criminal networks that have thrived in the border's chaos. Months of quiet diplomacy, with international support, made this deal possible. A joint verification commission, including ASEAN observers, will monitor compliance and mediate disputes. While fragile, this peace is the most promising step in years. The agreement is a model for modern, cooperative security in Southeast Asia. It's a start, but the road to lasting peace remains long. For border communities, the ceasefire is a lifeline after generations of conflict and fear. Families can finally hope for safety, as heavy weapons are removed and landmines cleared. Children may play outside without fear, and farmers can return to their fields. The demilitarized zone will reopen border crossings, reviving trade and commerce. The Preah Vihear temple, a UNESCO site, could attract tourists and investment, transforming the region's economy. Politically, the deal boosts the standing of both governments, showing they can deliver peace. It also strengthens their commitment to ASEAN's principle of peaceful dispute resolution. But decades of mistrust linger, and the deal's success depends on real improvements for local people. If communities see tangible benefits, they'll become advocates for lasting peace. Their support is crucial to ensure the ceasefire holds. This fragile peace could be the foundation for a new era of prosperity. The Thailand-Cambodia ceasefire didn't happen in isolation. US President Donald Trump played a pivotal role. Through months of calls and diplomatic pressure, Trump made resolving the dispute a personal priority. He leveraged America's trade relationship, warning of consequences for unresolved conflict and offering incentives for peace. This carrot-and-stick approach brought both sides to the table. Trump's preference for bilateral deals over multilateral frameworks shaped the negotiations. The US can now claim a rare diplomatic win in Southeast Asia. ASEAN diplomats are divided. Some welcome US engagement, others worry about the precedent of using tariffs as leverage. The deal highlights both the power and risks of American intervention. While the US role was decisive, questions remain about the long-term impact on regional diplomacy. The Trump card worked this time, but at what cost to ASEAN's independence? The region is left to weigh the benefits and risks of outside influence. Trade dominates the ASEAN Summit agenda as leaders seek to strengthen their $3 trillion regional economy. Reducing internal trade barriers and building the ASEAN economic community are top priorities. Regional cooperation is also key, from maritime security to disaster management and counterterrorism. Leaders aim to enhance intelligence sharing and coordinate security forces. Climate change and sustainable development are urgent challenges for this low-lying region. Stability is the underlying goal, as ASEAN sits at the crossroads of US-China rivalry. The bloc wants to maintain its centrality, steering its own destiny without choosing sides. But unity is elusive, with member states divided in their allegiances to Beijing and Washington. The challenge is to find enough common ground to move forward. A divided ASEAN is a weak ASEAN, and in today's world, weakness is not an option. The summit's outcome will shape the region's future in a turbulent global landscape. The empty chairs of Xi Jinping and Narendra Modi are the summit's defining image. Their absence is a deliberate protest against US trade policies and a signal of shifting power dynamics. For China, skipping the summit is a response to the ongoing trade war and a message to ASEAN. Washington, not Beijing, is to blame for global friction. China positions itself as a champion of free trade, contrasting with US protectionism. India's Modi, also targeted by US tariffs, uses his absence to assert strategic autonomy and express displeasure without a diplomatic rupture. The joint absence hints at growing alignment between China and India on global issues, despite their own tensions. This development worries ASEAN, whose economic model relies on engaging all major powers. If China and India form a separate camp, Southeast Asia risks being caught in the middle. The summit, meant for cooperation, now highlights deepening global divisions. ASEAN's challenge is to avoid being sidelined by the world's giants. The stakes for regional unity have never been higher. The ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur is a crossroads of hope and uncertainty. The Thailand-Cambodia ceasefire is a beacon, proving diplomacy can resolve even bitter conflicts. Leaders hope this success inspires solutions to other regional tensions. But global trade turmoil, especially US tariffs, continues to disrupt Southeast Asia's economies. The absence of Xi and Modi complicates efforts to ease these tensions. ASEAN faces the challenge of maintaining unity amid intensifying US-China rivalry. Navigating these pressures will require deft diplomacy and a strong, unified voice. The coming months will test ASEAN's ability to manage both external and internal challenges. The region's peace and prosperity hang in the balance. As leaders leave Kuala Lumpur, they carry both a new peace deal and the weight of unresolved geopolitical tensions. The world is watching to see which path Southeast Asia will choose.